National parks, the most beautiful places in America, and maybe even the world. They were once called the best idea we ever had by the historian Wallace Stegman, and we believe they are the most inspirational places in the United States of America.
Going to a national park, you leave modern civilization and enter the natural world, a place untouched by mankind.
My name is Cassie Brink.
And I'm Natalie Clayman.
We are 7th graders at Doherty Middle School in Andover, Massachusetts. After hearing that the national parks closed last October during the government shutdown, we were very disappointed and worried about losing these special places.
These parks not only represent so much that's magnificent about our country, but they also provide many important resources for education, employment, and a safe environment for endangered animals to live. Because our national parks are so valuable to the country, we believe that Congress needs to take urgent action to secure their future.
Increasing the funding for national parks would preserve sanctuaries for endangered wildlife. In January of 2013, the Fish and Wildlife Services reported that the United States is home to 1,436 of the world's 2,054 endangered or threatened species. That's roughly 3/4. Because our country is home to so many animals at risk, we have a duty to protect them.
An example of an endangered animal that lives in one of our national parks is the northern pronghorn, or antelope. Yellowstone, the world's first national park, is home to the last remaining herd of northern pronghorn. This highly endangered species, with a current population of around 200, is at risk of extinction due to disease, harsh winters, predators, and rapid habitat loss.
We interviewed Audra Bynum, a zookeeper who works closely with animals. Do you think national parks help endangered animals?
Yeah, I think they absolutely do. Not only endangered animals, but lots of species of animals. And like we talked about before, not just the animals, but their habitats and all the flora species that are really dependent on all different kinds of animal activities.
If we don't fund our national parks, we are more likely to lose endangered species to extinction. Increasing the funding for national parks in our country could help save many of our country's endangered species.
One of the things that's so unique and fabulous about the national parks is it gives us an opportunity to really think beyond our own needs, right? So you're thinking about preserving a national park, a national forest, a piece of water. This is a way for students to really learn that the world is so much bigger than themselves.
National parks are an amazing source of education for people of all ages. They display the natural beauty of the land undisturbed by mankind. They show visitors what is important to protect in this world.
These parks inspire people every day, and at a time when kids are spending less and less time in nature, our national parks can be a powerful educational tool for future generations.
Research shows that students who receive lessons about earth science, insect biology, geology, and history while they are at a national park remember very specific details about the lesson as long as 1 year afterwards.
These studies were conducted by Dr. Douglas Knapp, a leading researcher in evaluating national park education programs at Indiana University. For students, visiting a national park is a great way to spark imagination and inspire interest in learning.
Increasing funding for national parks would make these precious natural classrooms accessible to more students and educators.
Many people remember the government shutdown last time. Well, this time it's even much worse because this is peak season for so many of the national parks. So whether it's weddings, vacations, whether it's concessionaires losing millions of dollars a day, this is an incredible hit for our local communities and for those that depend on the national parks.
In this country, our national parks provide many jobs for our citizens.
The National Park Service alone employs over 20,000 people per year and also has roughly 221,000 volunteers. In 2009, all national parks, refuges, and other public lands supported around 440,000 jobs.
During the shutdown in early October of this year, the Coalition of National Park Service Retirees estimated that our country's national park system missed out on roughly $76 million per day in lost visitor spending.
The October shutdown shows the economic value of the national park system. We believe that Congress should secure funding for national parks to prevent future loss of jobs and revenue. National parks mean everything to endangered animals and plants that don't have any say in what happens to their home. They are an important source of jobs and revenue for our country's economy. And they educate and inspire all of us, including foreign visitors.
Our parks paint a picture of exquisite beauty, tranquility, and peace. At 12 years old, we haven't been lucky enough to visit many national parks yet, but we really hope they will still be there for us in the future.
As our representatives in Congress, it's up to you to take action. Please increase funding for national parks to protect these natural havens of beauty.
We believe that increasing funding for our national parks is the most important issue that Congress should address in 2014. Thank you.